Tuesday, May 12th, 2020, flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody, to our third installment of live board meeting at Adirondack Central. Those that are on the feed will notice that there's different backgrounds for many of the board members. In the Boonville Elementary cafeteria is Mr. Niznik, Mrs. Freeman, Ms. Shahaki, Jane Youngs, and myself. Then there's two board members in Mr. Niznik's office, Mark Emery, John Abdo, Bruce Brock, and Imelda Sturdivant are in the curriculum office. And remotely out of the building is Doug Muha and Grizzly. Oh, no, that's Rick Gallo. I could see that now. As you could tell, we are following our social distancing at the meeting, which has put us in the situation of not being able to have live attendance at the meeting, and this complies with Governor Cuomo's executive order. We did list on our website that if there was any concerns, they had to be emailed or mailed to the attention of the district clerk by 2 o'clock yesterday. And there were none. Okay. For my president's moment, I would like to thank a different group of individuals. 2 weeks ago, I had some words to say about the dedication and the extra work put in by our bus drivers and cafeteria staff with their volunteers to hand out meals. We really appreciate that. Obviously, hats go off to the dedication of our teaching staff that has gotten packets and has done videos and internet connections with our students, though it is new for all of us. But tonight, I really would like to send out a special thanks to the parents and the guardians that are home with your kids. Though at my household, I have no kids at home, I get a firsthand Zoom lesson from my grandchildren and their parents and what's involved with teaching remotely. And my hats go off to all the parents. It will get better. We will see the end of this, but you're all doing a great job, and we appreciate all that you guys are doing. A couple of housekeeping matters. I just want to review a couple of dates as they come up. This Friday, May 15th, we are participating in a Section 3 tribute to our graduates from 2020. The lights at not only the football field at the high school, but also at BYA will be on from 8:20 to 8:40 for people to go up, drive around, and show your appreciation and support for our 87 graduates and those graduates around Section 3. As you could probably tell, because of not being able to have public meetings and not being able to have gatherings, our budget hearing is going to be May 28th, which is a Thursday, at 7 p.m. right at this station. Same location. At that point, Mr. Niznik will give the budget presentation, and we are having a meeting afterwards. So that's May 28th. Just a reminder, definition of qualified voter: a person shall be entitled to vote in the school district, their annual meeting and election. A citizen, 2, 18 years old, 3, a resident within the school district for a period of 30 days preceding June 9th, and 4, no person shall have the right to register for or vote who would not be qualified to register or vote in an election with the provision of Section 5-106 of the election law. The voting, though, this year is not going to be up at the middle school. It is going to be by absentee ballot, new to every 715 plus districts in the state. Households will be sent absentee ballots, 1 per household. And if more than 1 is requested, you're going to have to contact the district clerk at 315-942-9200, extension 1802, or email Michelle Freeman at the high school. It's going to be different. So leave yourself enough time. Okay, that's that. Okay. Let us move on to the consent agenda, which is approval of the minutes from the April 21st, 2020 regular meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mandy.
I'll second.
That was
Rick.
Rick. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Carried. Thank you. On to the regular agenda. Number 2, resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education accept the resignation for the purpose of retirement of Mrs. Sharon Luzinski, special education teacher, effective July 1st, 2020. Ms. Luzinski has had 23 years at this district.
So
Is
moved.
there a motion? Is that John?
Yep.
Second,
I'll second.
Bruce?
That was Doug.
Doug, thank you. It's hard multitasking. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. And
I
we
would-
wish you the best. Not that any given area that takes place academically at Adirondack Central is harder or easier than any other, but it really takes a special type of person for 23 years in special education. And we appreciate, as well as the students that she's had over the years and the family she's dealt with, we really appreciate everything you've done for the district. Number 3, resolve that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education approve the memorandum of agreement dated April 15th, 2020 between the district and the Adirondack Administrators Association regarding a local retirement incentive.
So moved.
Is that John?
Mark.
Mark, thank you.
I'll
Is there a
second it.
second? John, any questions? Hearing none, seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Carried. Okay. Number 4, resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education accept the resignation for the purpose of retirement of Mrs. Wendy Keefus Jones, Administrator, effective June 30th, 2020.
So
So
moved.
moved.
Is that
It'll
Bruce?
be Bruce, and then Rick will second.
Thank you. Any comment? Would you like to make a few comments, Mr. Niznik?
Yes, I would like to first go and mention Sharon Lozinski and thank her for her years of service and dedication to Adirondack Central School and wishing her a happy and healthy retirement. And in regards to Mrs. Keefus Jones, I was on the committee when she was hired, and actually when we interviewed her, she thought she was actually getting another administrative job in the district, and that changed at the table. So that was 7 years ago. So I appreciate all that she's done in our district. My office is housed in Boonville Elementary, so I have the opportunity to see the students in this building quite often, and Mrs. Jones, and I appreciate everything that she's done in our school. And also I wish her many years of happy and healthy retirement, and hope she keeps in touch with us.
Thank you. Thank you. So at this point, we've had a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 5, resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education appoint Mrs. Amanda Taylor, food service helper, to a permanent position following the successful completion of her probationary period effective May 13th, 2020. Is there a motion?
I'll make a
So
motion.
moved.
And there's a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Normally, as the board members know, and the people, if they're watching this, may not realize, we don't necessarily go item by item. We often have the opportunity to group some things together. But some of these bullets tonight, whether it be retirement or new hires, I kind of feel it's important for individual recognition. As with number 6, resolve that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education accept a donation of $11,179 from the annual Gertrude Hawk fundraiser to purchase school supplies for the students of Boonville Elementary. Is there a motion?
Move for
So
approval.
moved.
Second.
Bruce and Amanda, any discussion? I would like to thank the fundraiser chairperson, Mrs. Shahaki, for all the hard work. Good to see her tonight. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Carried. Okay. 7 has to do with special ed services that we are going to be in contract with at South Lewis. 8 has to do with board approval of training that our administrators have taken part in, so they're able to, what do I want to say? Observe and evaluate our staff, and there was successful completion there. That was 8 and 9. So I entertain a motion for 7, 8, and 9.
I'll move for approval.
Bruce? Is there a
Second.
sec- John? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. This is also the time of year for those that don't follow what's going on at board meetings. We have tenure approvals that just have reviewed these, and then recommendations are made to the board. So the following teachers in their tenure areas have been recommended for tenure. Ashlyn Zepiel, elementary ed, effective September 1. Claire Hale, music, September 1st. Kristen Corman, special education, September 1st. Courtney Foyle, English language arts, September 26th. Is there a motion?
So moved, Mike.
That was Mark. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion or comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approved. Any noes? Carried. Number 11, resolve that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education award the following contracts for Phase 2 of the 2018 capital improvement project. Just so you know, bids were open on April 28th, I believe, and then gone over by CNS. They're in front of you. Each of the contract areas, site work with Paragon Environmental, $497,000. The general contractor, Putrello Building, $4,242,000. H.J. Brandelis Corp., the plumbing, $488,000. Oneida Electrical Contractors, doing the electrical contract at $1,283,000, and H.G. Brandelis Corp. doing the mechanical for $1,994,000. Is there a motion to accept these bids?
So moved.
Mark? Is there a second?
John, actually.
John, sorry, is there a second?
Second.
Mark. Can everyone see Nate? Okay. Are there any questions or concerns? Nate is here. Is there any specifics that we need to ask him at this point in time? Okay. Bruce, thank you for picking up the omission on the original agenda, and that got cleared up. So at this point, I'll entertain the motion and second. All in favor to accept the bids? Carried. 12 is the Committee on Special Education, our approval of the student placements, because that process has been taking part through this whole out-of-school ordeal. 13 is recommendation of by the Superintendent of Schools to approve the budget transfers as seen on your transfers that were part of your packet. Is there a motion to accept?
So moved.
Mandy, is there a second?
I'll second.
Bruce, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Carried. No other new business? No. Okay. Information and discussion. We do have a policy that was worked on. This is the first reading. Privacy and security for student data and teacher and principal data. This is probably one of our longer policies to go through. I would entertain a motion to table. Is there a motion to table?
Mike,
moved.
I had
Yeah.
a question
Yes.
on page 2.
Yes.
It's bullet point M as in Mary.
About parent?
Yeah, it says parent means a parent, legal guardian, or person in parental relation to a student. What does that mean? Parental relation, a person in parental relation to a student. How is that different from a parent or a legal guardian?
I'm getting some advice from the peanut gallery, so.
You might not have a legal court documentation saying that the person is in charge of that person.
Possibility or more time, often, this other person may not have that legal document from the courts. They are acting in that role. That make sense, Mr. Niznik? Okay. Does that satisfy your concern, Bruce?
I'm not sure
or-
we do that currently. I'm not sure we do that currently. I think what we currently do is a parent or a legal guardian, which I'm okay with keeping it that.
We'll
So
get some.
if I came in and said, yeah, so if I came in and said, you know, so-and-so's mother said it was okay for me to talk to you about this child's student records, would that be allowed? I don't think it would be.
You may get, for example, a parent could offer probably a written permission that has to be on file, I would assume. For example, to an aunt or uncle to come in and act in place of the parent or legal guardian. A foster parent is another,
Ed,
okay, but
have you talked with Heidi about this?
The parental relationship,
Yeah.
I think that there would have to be something on file for them to gain access, so that the parent gave some sort of permission.
Okay.
But we can
So
clarify that.
maybe if we could just bring some clarity to that.
I mean, we need that type of paperwork if a parent always is picking up their child after school and there's a,
Says, for example, like.
okay, but we will, since we're gonna go to the second reading, we will get some clarification on that for you, Bruce. Any other questions in there that?
Okay, I'll move the table.
Did we get a motion to table? Did I have a motion
I'll
to
move the
table?
table.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Mark. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Okay, table to our next meeting. Thank you. And we'll. Also included in your packets were our monthly warrants, general fund, lunch fund, special aid, and our TA warrant, the various receipts and bills that were paid. Different than all the calendars that we've had sent home, which I've already mentioned. Just to state again, the change in date and format of the Adirondack budget vote and election. The actual vote will take place on June 9th, 2020. Once again, by absentee ballot only. So make some notes or put sticky notes on your refrigerators. And we don't expect to see anyone up at the middle school wondering why we're not voting. It is absentee ballot only. Nominations or the candidates for school board members was due yesterday at 5 o'clock. Okay, there were 3 petitions have been turned in. Joan Ingersoll, John Abdo, and Michael Kramer. And it's for 2 seats on the school board. Once again, public hearing will be held on Thursday, May 28th via live stream right from this location. Also, the Jeff Lewis Boosie's budget vote and election results that were held that we held at our last meeting. Of course, I don't have it in front of me, and I'm on the BOCES board. The budget vote, no, the budget passed out of the 18 component school districts. It was 18-0. There were only 3 people running for BOCES Board of Education seats, and they were the incumbents. I think it was Barb Lofank. I'll get it wrong by memory, so I'm not, but the 3 incumbents won. I have it on my other computer. Grace Rice. I can't think of the third, but the 3, oh, I know who the other one was, from Beaver River. Yes, yep. Also, you see handouts on enrollment as of May 1st, 2020, and the claims auditor's report. Anything you would like to add, Mr. Niznik?
Yeah, I just wanted, last week ago Saturday, as you know, we loaded the buses and faculty and staff hopped on the buses, and we went to visit all of our seniors. So 3 buses went out in 3 different directions with staff on the buses, and then followed by a caravan of faculty and staff. And it was just an exciting time. I'd say, you know, the majority of seniors, 87 of them, the majority of them were home. If not, a few of them, their parents were there, delivered the signs and a little package of little goodies for them. So it was a really exciting time, and everybody was pumped up, and we maintained our social distance and we wore our masks. So I think we abided by the law, but it was just an exciting time to see the students and the faculty and staff come together. It was really an exciting time. They're going to be getting information about caps and gowns and yearbooks from Mrs. Smith, the high school principal. Probably, yeah, we'll have something in store for our seniors. We miss all of our students, pre-K-12, but it definitely is a special time for seniors when it's your senior year. And unfortunately, we're trying to make the best of doing some things for them, whether it's a video for them. And it was exciting to see our students last Saturday. So we're looking forward to a couple other things that we think we're gonna have planned for our seniors. So we'll try to make the best of it. You know, graduation, where I sent out a letter a week or so ago, is scheduled for June 27th. So whether or not, you know, this ban of social gatherings is lifted by that time, it's pretty much right around the corner. We did offer, you know, an alternate date of August 1st, just to say, you know, maybe we should save a date if it's a possibility that we can meet and have a graduation. It is our hope and plan that we are going to have some sort of ceremony for our seniors, something that we can do for them. And I'm hoping that we can get together, and it's not just virtual, but we will try to do something for our seniors, and we're going to keep that hope alive and not just throw in the towel. So stay tuned for that. But again, I want to give a shout out to, you know, our faculty and staff in this situation that we've been in for the past almost going on 2 months, and also to our parents who have your children home that are doing the best and struggling with your own home responsibilities and your work responsibilities. And I would suggest that, you know what, once in a while, you take a break for yourselves and your family, and, you know, put the textbook to the side, because your social and emotional well-being is more important than finishing something at the kitchen table, in my opinion. So please take time for your family. Go outside, do a little running around. And if you need anything, please contact the school that your child attends. We're here. If not, leave a message, and we will get back to you. So thank you to our parents for everything you're doing. And we hope that in September that we come back to some sort of normalcy. So, you know, that would be wonderful if we can do that, and time will tell. So thank you very much for all you're doing for our students and your children.
Thank you, Mr. Niznik. Anything else from any of the other board members? And I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by John, second by Mandy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you, everyone, and have a pleasant evening.